P. Diddy and Mace situation is always going to be a back and forth that only both of them going to truly understand that. The whole thing with a manager, let's get this out the way so we can make sense, because we seen the back and forth that just happened again. P. Diddy saying Mace owe him $3. He never stole from artists. He called Mace a fake pastor who steals money. We're going to get into all that, but we need to start off, what the hell is a manager, right? Now, a manager, if you're looking at just the general term of what a manager is just a glorified do-boy. Go do this for me, go do that for me. You pretty much will make, if you have to do what a manager really is supposed to do based on what the title is, you'll probably make the same amount of money of a lunch lady, if not way worse than that. Because them lunch ladies making all right. You'll get less than that, bro. Even with the 10%, and the 10% is always going to be based on what you oblige in that contract, even though you feel like it's going to be 10% of anything this dude does, which is insane. That's not the case at all. So it's going to be based on certain music revenue streams and certain concerts and maybe merchandise as well. But there are other avenues that artist is entitled to that manager get nothing. Some of the big amounts of money, they really get nothing. This is what I'm just going through what the title of a manager actually is. Now, we live in a world where we tell people to become the best of anything they do. So you got other managers that we know by name, the Whack 100, the Suge Knights, the P. Diddy's, Dallas, it's a lot of them. Rest in peace to the ones who ain't here no more too. Young Chop, even though he's producers, but I look at producers the same as managers because they manage artists as well. The Timberlands, rest in peace to Aaliyah. But it's a lot, right? Even R. Kells is a producer / manager or whatever at one point in time to Aaliyah. Now let's fast forward. Their job is to become the best of what they do. So just being a manager only is not going to get them to a success level at all. That's why managers are replaced all the time. So not making excuses for Diddy, if you're a Puff Daddy and you work for a Tommy Boy Records, you was in situations like that, right? You basically was a glorified dude boy, like I said. Go do this, go do that. You saved enough funds and income. You knew what you had envisioned in your mind. So even though you're a manager, you're looking at your job more than a manager. You're looking yourself as the industry. So you're taking a lot of hits as well when you invest in these artists. And you believe in the success of these artists so much that you're putting certain dollars into them as well. And so you're going to recoup a lot of them things you did and then some. Because the whole object of the game is not just to be the best by just talking a lot, but be the best based on the income you're making too. So, of course, you're going to have deals that seem shady to others when you're getting a certain percentage. You're getting more on the back end than this artist. Is it messed up? Yes, it is. But at the end of the day, who determines what's messed up or not? Who looks at that high moral compass? It's that artist's job to put themselves in the right space and time, not to get what you call hoodwink or bamboozled, because you can cry all day about another's artist's pain. That's not your pain or my pain. At the end of the day, that doesn't mean in our eyes that Diddy is a bad guy because what he allegedly did to Mace and other artists, you feel me, which are still alleged. And even if he did it, like, why would it be bad? And who's to say it's not just is what it is? You sign up for what you sign up for. You wanted this man to make you successful, rich, and a star. He did that. Now, to certain limits was the actual contract, meaning that if you signed up for this percentage and or whatever X, Y, and Z, you got to look at the artist at the end of the day. That manager did what he was supposed to do. He was managing in a way to make himself win first. When you're a manager, you got to make sure you win first, whether people think it's bad or not. Again, we went through what an actual manager is supposed to do or whatever, if you look at the generalization of it. Okay, that was my kids outside in the front. I was hearing noise. But a manager, somebody's gonna be like, oh, you were scared of something. No, man, like it's cars that go fast. So if my kid's playing in the front, I'm always teaching them watch for the vehicles and shit. Hold on. Babe, that's you? No, you good. I thought the kids was running up front. I was gonna tell you watch the cars. All right, I'm almost done. Now the whole situation with me, my bad for the but y'all love these because it's a real video, unedited, uncut. But the whole thing with a manager, man, if you look at the title, they're not gonna really make money. You ain't even supposed to know their name. You don't even supposed to know they exist. But you know, managers today and even back then, how they became somebody was putting themselves in the best position to win. Now, what you call bad or wrong is not illegal at all. Again, it's what you negotiate, man. So I want to fast forward into the topic now. I have to get that part out the way because people come with their personal opinions and feelings, but you got to leave your feelings out of this. Because if we had to put our feelings on everything, there'll be many people in this world we don't like at all. Am I lying? If we had to put our feelings into it, how many people would look at in our families the way you're trying to look at Puff Daddy, or even the way you're trying to look at Mace? Now, if you're Mace, you got this talent. You was a basketball superstar, and you're thinking you're gonna, you know, go to the NBA one day. Dreams come flat, and you're out here to get it. Here's this charming dude from Harlem. He's from Harlem like you. His dad got a name, because y'all know Puff Daddy dad was one of them real ones out there in the streets. We're not going to get into that. The dad got a name. This man checks out legit. You know, he's the fastest ingredient that's going to get you to success, even more than the white folks. You feel me? And he's one of y'all. He looks like y'all. So you sign up for him, to him or whatever, and you see the numbers you're making. Numbers that you yourself never even dreamed you were going to be big like that. He gets you there. So, yes, you have the money, you have the notoriety, but you're looking at the income and it's not what you thought it was going to be. The numbers is not there, none of it. So you're going to have grips and concerns, and then it's going to turn into beefs. Then it's going to turn into the years down the lines. Mace allegedly getting ran out of Harlem. Shit, ran out of New York. He came all the way down to Atlanta or whatever. Shout out to Atlanta, giving that man a place to stay and a home to be comfortable. I don't know if he was preaching in Atlanta, but he became this pastor or whatever. Then this smart rapper by the name of 50 Cent. He signs him to a deal, you know, and we get that Mace back. You know, it's not the same, but we just happy Mace is back again. And, you know, more things are being said about Mace and P. Diddy. We heard about P. Diddy and Locks, Faith Evans, Biggie Small loyalists bringing P. Diddy. But I've always looked at P. Diddy just doing his job, y'all. And he did his job perfect. You guys could get mad at him or not, but he did his job. Mace knew what this was. Mace seems like he continues to put himself in situations to lose, so now he's in position to be looked at as another Puff Daddy from the 5-year foreign situation. Who's to say 5 wasn't telling the truth, or Mace, and it doesn't really matter at this point, right? You got to look at the situation like, okay, Mace, you learned from Diddy because you did the same moves. Of course, you allowed that man to eat. But Puff Daddy can sit down and show us the game plan of what he signed you up for and say the same thing to you. I allowed that man to eat too. The way you breaking it down, you did X, Y, and Z for 5-0. I'm pretty sure Diddy is a smart man. He's already backed himself in that department. So even if he's lying or not, he's telling the truth based on numbers. He's going to show, look, this man made this much millions. I got him this X, Y, and Z. You feel me? All this other money that I'm getting from his work is what I put into the contract and what I put into the systematic parts of this. You feel me? That's why people don't want to look at this whole music business. Keyword is a business. If you put your feelings into it, you're going to look at it as an art, somebody intellectual's property, all that hoopla, which I agree with y'all. But in the terms of business, you signed all that away. You sign it away when you get into the devil's laboratory and you dance with the devil in the dress. You can't complain about it. Not saying that P. Diddy is the devil in the dress, but just the business itself is the devil in the dress. Even if P. Diddy was a church Baptist preacher or the nicest neighbor in the world, this business itself is the business itself, bro. See, I'm not going to come with these conspiracy theories and none of that. I'm going to come and tell you for what it is. So when P. Diddy say that Mace owes him money, that might be actually true based on the contracts and the works and all that that's going to be presented. Because, you know, P. Diddy is slick. He going to present it in some type of way, shape and form and fashion, the Shade Room, TMZ, all that. We going to get the gist of it. And you're going to see no matter how much your feelings is into it, Mace probably owes more than 3 million. Probably all these rappers, they owe a whole lot of money to P. Diddy. But P. Diddy is one of the best top tier managers, meaning he's going to go above and beyond what the actual title is. We went through that already. We explained that part already. So he's going to have different avenues of streams of income coming in where it may look like he's benefiting more from your work than you yourself, when that might not be the case in point or time. Maybe in the beginning of it, that was the case, but afterwards, he invested your back end to other ventures, you know, Fortune 500 companies and all that, that brought him more. Of course, it was on your back. That's a manager. Find a way. I'm not going to say to finesse y'all. That sounds too cliche, too hood-like. You feel, even though I'm from the hood, but we're going to say in business terms, you know. He put himself in a position, because everything in that world is position. He put himself in a position to benefit on the back ends of your back ends. And it was perfectly legal. No matter how much me or any of Mace fans get mad at it. So when Puff Daddy is talking his hot ish right now, it's not P. Diddy from the block. It's Sean Puffy Combs right there, the businessman. You know, the savvy businessman is letting you know, okay, since I kept quiet about this whole thing for years now, listen, you owe me money, dude. Now we're going to talk the big boy game. I can get some litigations involved here, and you're going to pay me on your back end and then some again. No matter how much people think is wrong, he'll win that. So instead of looking at this Puffy and Mace situation and back and forth, feeling sad and bad for these rappers and all that, you should feel bad and sad for them, but you should stop acting like they're victims to their own selves. Everybody have to take accountability here. So you can use it as a way to circumstances, show artists not what to give up as far as intellectual properties, and also a work ethic like Puff Daddy. You should show your family members what you should strive to be in the business world wise. No, not dirty and grimy, because you kept your part of the bargain. You gave them fame. You gave them stardom. They had a couple of millions, if not then some. They're getting publishing and all that. You gave them what you told them you was going to give them. They can't get mad because what you gave them, but it didn't stop you from recouping some from the back end as well. In fact, in large amounts, I would agree with. So it is what it is, man. It's business. You signed for this house, and now you're complaining about the house, and you're getting mad at the realtor or the previous owners, but you signed up for it. It's what you negotiated. You got the looks at the ins and outs. We've been knew the devil was wearing a dress, so what was brand new all of a sudden? So look, man, I'm not on nobody's side on this side. I'm just on the nature of things. It is what it is. Ain't nothing evil to the degree was done here. Life was done here. Nature took its course. And those who were what they were got what they were. And those who were becoming bigger than what they were became bigger than what they were. It just is what it is, man. Look, I'm your guy, DJ Bless One. Thank you for watching another episode of I Smoke Hip Hop Live. If you feel what I feel, man, let me know in the comment sections about this, man. Tell me your opinion. This was my response to this whole theatrics. You feel me? So let me know in the comment section so I can rebuttal you. Love your family. Love your kids. Stay blessed, man. Peace.